We're going all over Northwest Arkansas today. We're going Farmington, Prairie Grove, Lincoln, West Fayetteville. This is where we are here in this neighborhood right now. We're going to be showing you all over the map, going into a few houses, going into a few neighborhoods, giving you the best picture that we can give you of what it's like to live in these areas, what you're close by. If you've been asking that question of West Fayetteville, what's close to university, maybe a little bit further out, maybe you're looking for rural farm property, maybe new construction, maybe not, maybe you're looking for just an old classic house, you're gonna be looking at Prairie Grove. Like, holy smokes, beautiful construction, beautiful 100-year-old homes. There's every now and then they come on the market. So we're gonna be covering all of that on the map tour today. So stay tuned. First place we're gonna go is downtown Lincoln. So let's go to the map and show you where we're going. And then I'm gonna show you a house. Welcome back to the Living in Arkansas channel. Today we're going back to the map. We're gonna go in and out like we've been doing. We're gonna be showing you Lincoln, Prairie Grove, Farmington, and a little bit of Fayetteville area. Just giving you some neighborhoods and some new homes. We're going to be touring three places, I believe, in these areas, showcasing you certain neighborhoods and certain areas that I think you would want to know about. First place we're going to start out is Lincoln, is all the way over here. Now I want to turn on, you got terrain. We got the terrain on. You can see there's some hills. There's some bumps on the map there. That Lincoln is decently flat, but then just south of it, you got these Boston Mountains, and you're getting into just national forest down here in that darker green. So Lincoln, let's turn off terrain. Let's make me smaller, and let's go to drive time. So there's 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, you can almost get to Farmington, almost get to Fayetteville. You add 30 minutes. I feel like you can get further than that in 30 minutes, but high traffic, definitely. And then 1 hour drive, you're up in Bentonville, you're up in Pea Ridge, Bella Vista. You're pretty far out there, or if you're going all the way down to Fort Smith. So Lincoln is a little bit off the highway, probably 20 minutes off the main interstate, I-49. So to do this drive right there, to get right there, is about a 20-minute drive. So it takes a little bit of time. The closest hospital is going to be, there's a little emergency center right there, and then the #1 rated hospital in all of Arkansas is right there. And then there's another main hospital is going to be right up in here off the highway. So with that being said, let's jump into, now that we got the distance going on, let's look at restaurants. To give you a picture, looks like we got 5 restaurants. There's not a whole lot of options. There's one grocery store on this side of town. You got Harp's grocery store, Harp's Pharmacy, and then Dollar General. You got a parts store, and that's about it. So there's not a whole lot going on in Lincoln. It's got its own school district. Go do your own research on that. It's very farm town, rural area. Let's go to the satellite a little bit. So you can see, there's a lot of agriculture around this area. You're going to see a lot of these around Lincoln area. So those are chicken houses. So if you're looking at properties out near Lincoln, you can just see that they're everywhere. Now, about a quarter mile is the shortest amount of distance that most people want to be away from them. Maybe a half mile, maybe a little bit more, just because of the smell that they put into the air. Now there's like egg laying houses, there's broiler homes. I don't know. There's different kinds, and different ones smell differently. I don't know which ones are which. I don't know how to tell. So I just advise people to get on satellite image, and you can just see how many are in the area of Lincoln. Does not mean Lincoln is all wholly bad. You get further south and it's not near as bad. You head over towards Prairie Grove a little bit.
Still very beautiful. So today we went to a house right in this area, and we're going to show you. I'm going to show you on the map here right quick on the MLS data. This house actually went pending last week, a few days ago, right after I shot the video, for $334,000. You can get a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1831 square feet. So let's jump into the map right now.
Welcome to Lincoln. So this is what a typical area road in Lincoln is going to look like. You're going to have a house here, house over there, mature trees. These are actually going to be this is one new build right here that we're going to be checking out. But it's very quiet. You got a little bit of road noise from Highway 62. There's not a whole, we're moments away from downtown Lincoln, grocery store, a few restaurants. Just to show you this place right here, there's a nice 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, brand new build. This thing is 1830 square feet, one of those two. I'll give you the details in a moment. Great looking place. Let's go check out inside. They have a really good value on this property. And I just want to spin around for a second. Like, you got country living on the other side. You got property with a couple acres. Over there, it's the same thing. Very spacious out here, a lot of room. Under $350,000. So this is inside. So we've got 10-foot ceilings with crown molding all the way around. We got 6-inch baseboards, nice LVP, big open space. This is not a high-end home, but it's very well furnished, very well finished. So big open space. You got the bar top with the sparkly granite, maybe quartz, I'm not sure. I think it's quartz actually. Very sparkly, big dining area to have the table and all the things. And then the kitchen, look how wide this is. You can have somebody washing dishes and cooking, and they're not gonna be bumping butts. So it's very spacious. You've got a big, deep pantry that I can disappear into all the way. And you can even have like a rack or something in there. This little cubby here for maybe like bench or freezer maybe. Nice sized laundry room, storage, 2-car garage. You're very used to seeing garages. Let's go into the master bedroom here. This is really big. You can have a king size with end tables, the dresser over there. Look at these windows. Like, it is very big, and they went the extra detail of wood wrapped. Just makes it feel a little bit more elevated. Looking out into just a big yard, spacious. This is on half an acre, 0.57 of an acre. So you get a lot of room back there. Good grass to mow, lots of room for the kids to go play, dog to go run. We got a double vanity, and then we got 2 closets. We got a split closet, hers, and just a standard shower here, toilet room, and a linen closet. So you get a lot of space for this price. Let's go show you the 3 other bedrooms. So the first thing you're going to notice is how much light this room and this room, these are facing east. They got big windows, lots of windows, and still 10-foot ceilings in here. Great light, great morning light. And then down the hall, you got the second bath, you got a linen closet in there, full bath. And this one seems a little bit bigger. In the evening, this is going to get great light. This is going to have wonderful evening light in it. So let's go to the backyard and show you right quick. This will be nice for the evening when you want to close the shades. Good sized patio. And it's just birds singing, and it's beautiful out here. So this is what you can get out in Lincoln for under $350. It is a beautiful prospect of a house, brand new construction. I think there's even another one available. So let's go to the next place on the map.
So that's a pretty good deal from Lincoln, Arkansas. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet for $335, $334. They're building. They should be building another one. Now there's a few other options here. You got this one's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet for $235. That's pretty good value. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot for $205. Now I'm not getting into the details. Now, if you find this website, how you're gonna find this is going to be by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. You scan that, it's going to take you to here on your phone or your tablet, and you can book a Zoom call with us. You can start your home search right here down at the bottom, and that's going to take you to this website. Now, you can also get there by at the bottom, at the description of every video, right here, this little link tree, Encore Group, Encore NWA, that's going to take you right here. So you can get a hold of us, you can start your web search. Now, I will say that when you start clicking around on this website, eventually you click on a few of these and there's going to be a pop-up that will, well, it should. It's calling me a liar right now. Let's click on this one out here. Well, there'll be a pop-up of information, this contact information basically. And if you want us to reach out to you, fill it out. But if you don't, there's a little X on the pop-up and you can X away, you can keep searching. So let's get back to, there's Lincoln. We just showed you Lincoln. Let's get over here to Prairie Grove. And there's a whole bunch of new construction, as you can see, in Prairie Grove. But let's go talk about it on the map. Prairie Grove is another 10 minutes closer to the interstate. You're probably, let's actually look on the map, layers, the travel time. So 1 hour driving time, let's change that to 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, I feel like many times I've gotten to Prairie Grove in 15 minutes from the interstate. So that distance right there is about 15 minutes. That's a weird circle right there. There we go. Still a weird circle. So 15 minutes to the interstate and pretty quick to, and there's a bunch of restaurants. There's a Walmart Supercenter right there. There's an Aldi's right here. There's a whole spattering of restaurants. There's a whole bunch of restaurants there. Farmington has another Walmart, and yeah, they just have a Walmart. Then Prairie Grove has a Harps right down here in the center of town. So there's a pretty good, 15 minutes gets you that far. Let's see, 30 minutes, you're up in Springdale, Lowell area, and then an hour. So 45 minutes, you could be up in Bentonville, roughly 45 minutes. So pretty close, pretty nice, beautiful area. Let's look at the terrain. As you can see, the hills to the south, look at these things. They are, they're stunning. They're 1,600 feet above sea level when Prairie Grove is like 1,200 feet. So you got 400-foot mountains. Some people call those hills, but whatever you want to call them, they are beautiful. The terrain is amazing. It's peaceful out there. And you have beautiful prairies to the north, hence the name Prairie Grove. But you also have Prairie Grove Battlefield State Park. So this is a really cool place to go explore. There's a whole bunch of cabins that they moved from the area to this park and relocated it. And every other year they do a reenactment and get the community involved into it so you can go learn about history and all the details. And they showcase how they fought and like how they lived in that era. Very fascinating. They use the muskets and they use the cannons, and they blast them off, and it's pretty fun. So definitely worth checking out. It's a beautiful park. A lot of photographers like it, and as you can see from the drone footage that has been playing of Battlefield Park, it is very nice. And in the fall, it's going to be great colors. So Prairie Grove, let's go with restaurants. So you got a dozen restaurants or more. You got Subway, you got Taco Bell. I think there's even a McDonald's going in and a Domino's. So they're getting a little bit more commercial restaurants, chain restaurants. You got some local stuff. And then medical facilities is still going to be, closest thing is going to be Fayetteville. School district has its own school district. Junk Ranch, that pops up right here. This happens, I think, twice a year, and they host a big, I'm just going to turn on the satellite. So this whole field, all the way to this pond, I'm just going to draw. So like all of that will be full of trailers and vendors putting up a tent that will be full of antiques and things that you want to find and then put in your house or refinish, or people that have refinished them. And this will all be car parking. It will be absolutely packed. There's a bunch of people. It happens for like a weekend. Definitely a lot of fun. So go check that out if that is up your alley and what you enjoy. Antiquing in Prairie Grove is definitely known. Their downtown main street, you got the local flea market, Daisy's and all, antique store. There's some other stores here that aren't popping up on Google, but there's about half a dozen antique stores right here that definitely, it's a good afternoon. Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, go get lunch, go walk through the antique stores. A lot of fun. Enough about Prairie Grove. Let's show you some neighborhoods in the area. So let's go to me on the street showcasing an old neighborhood in Prairie Grove.
Welcome to downtown's Prairie Grove. So right over there is the main street. You're gonna get houses that look like that one, a little kind of ranch style. When we get up to the corner, I'll show you a little bit more. This is a typical sidewalk in Prairie Grove. Trees overhanging, bushes. It's just people with wonderful gardens like this. Just garden spaces. It's beautiful here. It's quiet. The main business thoroughfare, highway truck traffic is off in the distance. They rerouted it around the town. And you got old trees. This is a Civil War town. So you got big, beautiful homes, very colonial style, kind of like that one right there that's got this white picket fence. Big front porch for sitting, seeing your neighbors. We came here for July 4th. They had a 45-minute firework display. I cannot emphasize that enough. We almost got bored because it kept going and going, and it was huge. And so this town is known for all their antique stores. Just look at that place. It is really cute and cool. And then you got this place on the other side. So Prairie Grove is very unique, very quiet, off the beaten path, but yet you're 14 minutes from the interstate, really close by. You've got some restaurants, you got one grocery store, very unique little town. If you're looking for this kind of place, if you're looking for older homes that maybe have already been fixed up or are fixed, that you need to fix them up and you want to put your own stamp on it. If you've been looking for that kind of property in Northwest Arkansas, Prairie Grove might be a really good option for you. There's going to be not an abundance, but there's going to be some options. There's obviously some new construction homes, and we're going to show you that on the map a little bit too. So there's some new construction homes in the area where D.R. Horton, Schuber Mitchell, building in a neighborhood, very lot and block. But if this is what you're looking for, this kind of style, there's going to be these options in Prairie Grove.
All right, I want to show you a few other houses in Prairie Grove. So these are all, I have the map set to only new construction right now, and there's a bunch, as you can see, of new construction homes, and some of them are pending. But if we switch over here, this is all the homes that are listed for sale. And this is actually one that I walked by. I was walking right there in front of this house. Let's click on that one. And then here's that pop up. So you can just click this X over here, or you can fill it out and we'll reach out to you. But you can go through the photos. $275,000. This is a very nice, clean looking house. Looks like a nice windows. Great looking bathroom. There's going to be, it's an older home, so there's going to be something that you need to do with it. Probably. I don't know that. But it's a great looking house for $280,000. 3-bedroom, 1,700 square feet, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, built in 1949. So if you want a classic house in a classic town, Prairie Grove is going to be a good option for you. That's just one of the options, and you can go and browse on here all you want. So that's Prairie Grove, and there's the battlefield right there. That's Prairie Grove. Now, let's make our way up here into Farmington. Now we're moving a lot closer to the interstate. We are at Farmington, where you're only 5-6 minutes away from I-49. A little hospital right here at the corner. You got Walmart, you got Lowe's, you got Aldi's, a whole bunch of restaurants dotted in here. We'll go over that. And then, of course, you've got the university right here. So you're super close to university. There's going to be some student housing that people move over here. We got the terrain map on right now. You got 1,600 foot mountains, Mount Kessler Mountain right there. On the other side of Farmington, you got the whole bunch of biking trails. Let's turn on the bike trails right quick and turn off the terrain. So look at all those bike trails on Kessler, and then over here on Centennial Mountain as well, Centennial Park. So a whole bunch, super close to everything right there. This is I am a fan of Farmington. You're close to Fayetteville. You still get the beautiful views. I love the mountains over here. Let's turn off the bike trails. I love these two. I live close to here, and let's see what else. Let's click on restaurants. Restaurants, you got about a dozen. There's a little bit more in there. There we go. You got Dairy Queen, Wendy's. You got some local places. So definitely some food truck spots right here. Oh, that's a new one. Curry and Go. I'm going to have to try that. Well, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Picture of hot dogs. Interesting. So, definitely a good place to grab some food, but you're super close to Fayetteville, MLK, all the college food and such. And then you're 15 minutes. You're pretty much anywhere in Fayetteville. You're getting up into Springdale. 30-minute drive, you're at the edge of Bentonville. So 35-minute drive, you're in Bentonville, Rogers area. So super close. As we get closer to the interstate, you get further reach to everything. So an hour, you're going to be anywhere you want to be in Northwest Arkansas from Farmington, and that's just in under an hour drive. So there's a few parks in this area. You got some church, schools right here in this Farmington Public Schools, junior high. You got the high school down here, which actually have some drone footage of that. And then we went to a house. I gotta find the road, the Clyde Carnes Road. Should be right about here. So let's go to that house right now. All right, so we're walking up to this house, and it has a beautiful 8-foot rounded door. As you can't hear it, but there was a lot of noise going on from the construction. Beautiful engineered hardwood floors, 10-foot, 9-foot ceilings, big rounded wood wrapped windows. You got a fireplace built in. We'll show you that here in a second. And then you got half bath here, really nice, nicely done. Obviously, the house is not completely finished. This is a little office, and I just love the detail of the wood wrap all the way around. Very elegant, very nice. You got 2 little glass doors there. Big open space dining room right in the front, and then you're coming into the living room. Fireplace where you can put TV, bookshelves, whatnot. Big built-ins, huge windows. I think your property goes all the way back to those little trees in the yard there. It's a little right at an acre. A little breakfast nook over there, kitchen, big quartz countertop, huge island. You got space for the dishwasher, stove, the microwaves on the end. You got right there, it's the microwave. And laundry room. There's a little coffee bar here as well. So this is going to be, like I said, quick tour, nice finishes of this house, wood wrapped all the way around that door. This is the primary master bedroom. You got a tray ceiling, big windows looking out to the backyard, lots of light, lots of space in this room. You got the jetted tub, you got a dual vanity sink, you got a tiled shower all the way to the ceiling, and a really big, spacious closet, lots of built-ins. I like that we do built-ins in Arkansas. They're going to clean that up, obviously, but so nice looking bedroom. Over here, we've got 3 more rooms. There's you got upstairs with a bedroom up there, and then you've got another bedroom here. They're not small, they're not huge. Good size, and you got a Jack and Jill bathroom going in between with a not a tile shower, but a insert shower. So a nice space. As you can see, it's a very nice house, and it's a great looking place. This got a big yard with this drone footage. It's very close to things, and they're going to be building a few more houses next to it. So something to be looking out for. Let's go back to me at the map. So for $695, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2771 square feet on an acre, 3-car garage, 1.62 acre. Some high-end finishes, some really nice house. You saw the video. Again, you can just click the X and get out of this. You saw the video of the house and the area. You are in a spectacular view around Farmington. You've got quick access to everywhere, quick access to the grocery store. So right up here is a Walmart neighborhood market. This is a beautiful, beautiful area. And again, you can jump onto this website, scan the QR code, go to the video description, and you can get to this website and start browsing around. And there's a whole bunch of new construction everywhere. There's some older homes that are resale. So Farmington is a cool place, definitely, for sure. We flew around the Farmington Sports Complex when we went to the high school. We'll show you that right quick on the video, on the drone footage, as we start moving towards Fayetteville. So we're on the west side of Fayetteville over here. Let's close out of there. So on the edge of Farmington and Fayetteville, right here by this John Colbert Middle School, we've got Fayetteville houses. We went to Bronco Drive. Now, these are some really cool looking houses. Some of them, this photo's out of date. They've built all the way right there. So let's go to me talking about that street right there.
This is West Fayetteville, so this is going to be very close to MLK. You're going to be in these are really cool townhomes. They look very individual. I love the builder. They're very stylish, very aesthetically pleasing. You can walk across the street to the middle school. There's a bunch of restaurants up on Weddington, grocery stores. Fantastic location. If you want to get a Mount Kessler biking path, it's across the street, literally less than a quarter of a mile. This is a really, really cool neighborhood. These are going to be starting in the 500 to 700 range, depending on the size and everything. Rear load garages. These things are really, really cool. West Fayetteville is getting closer to the university, so you're going to get these are going to be more family home stylized, but there's going to be a lot of homes that are more geared towards college students, closer to that, where they have 3-4 bedroom homes where they're renting out. Maybe a parent buys them and they rent it out to 3 other students for their kid. And so they're making income off of that, or that's the mindset they're going for. Actually, this one right here is for rent. Probably in the 2,200 range a month. I'm just guessing that. We'll find out on the map. Very beautiful. When the construction's not happening, it's very quiet. You're off the highway. This is, granted, it's September. It's perfect weather outside right now. And they're going to be building more that way. So more to come. Truly a beautiful area, unique. You are super close to everything that you're going to be wanting to do, and really easy access, 2 different ways to the highway. This is nice area. Actually, I don't live too far from here either.
So Bronco Drive right there, you are 4 to 5 minutes to the interstate, to a whole bunch of restaurants, grocery stores, medical facilities, everything that you might need. Now this neighborhood, as you saw, is a little bit different. So you got rear load garages, not a whole lot of yard. There's going to be Kessler Park right down the, just south of you. You've got Centennial Park as well. You got Holland Park over here, little one with playground and stuff. So very, very nice area. You're kind of in a smaller lots kind of neighborhood. Beautiful homes. Let's go check them out on the MLS and see how much they are going for. There they are. So a whole bunch of houses on Bronco Drive. That's 483, 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath. And let's go with one that maybe has photos. More photos. Well, these look to be under construction photos, so that's not awesome. But most of the houses were pretty well done, and the exteriors looked a lot better than just construction. So that's disappointing. But you can get the picture that you can get a 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, 2,300 square feet, 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath. So these are pretty big houses for between 450 and 550 right here at the edge of Fayetteville. These might be really good for if you have a college student. You could buy that house and rent out 3 bedrooms with their own bathrooms for $800 a month to the other students. I know a lot of students do that. Every now and then you get a parent that is able to afford that. They can buy the house and then rent it out, and that covers the mortgage payment pretty much, and it becomes an investment of sorts. So something to think about. Maybe you want it for your personal, maybe you want it for your college student. This might be a really good option for you because you are in a great area, very quiet, very peaceful, and you're moments away from Weddington, which, let's go back to Google Maps. Moments away from Weddington. You've got a myriad of restaurants. You've got a whole bunch of different options. You've got Harp's grocery store over here on this side. On this side over here, and then you've got, where is it? This is Walmart right down here, and this over here. So you've got a great a selection of stuff. They just redid this overpass. Great access to everything. Now, this is worth mentioning if you are 55 or older and you're looking for a 55 plus neighborhood. This is very unique to Fayetteville. This is very unique in that the courtyards at Owl Creek. This is built by Riverwood Homes. They don't allow me to tour the houses. They control all their social media, but they build a really nice house. They build a well-finished house. I think they're in the 400s to low 500s, and you have some nicely finished 55 plus homes, zero to no maintenance exterior wise. You do pay a little bit of POA, but it's a unique neighborhood. There's only 4 that I know of that are 55 plus, so definitely worth checking out and understanding. Now, let's get to the next house that we're going to tour in a very unique neighborhood. This is a very individual neighborhood, and it's right over here at 525 off of Neighborly Way in Fayetteville. Let's jump into it.
As we come in, just look at the big ceilings. You got the 10-foot ceilings, big space here into the kitchen. This home is on a corner lot, so the house is not rectangle. It's not square. It's kind of got a little angle to it, and we'll see that over here in the master bedroom. First, let's check out the dining room. It could be turned into an office. Nice little space here off the living room, built-in fireplace, gas, and then you have this really nice flowing kitchen. All this counter space. That is a lot of counter space for all your appliances. You can bake a lot of cookies on here, make some bread, whatever you want to be doing. Nice windows looking out your backyard into the neighbors as well. The cabinets are very high-end finish. They're flush close, soft close. They're slow close. They close. This is one of the front bedrooms. They're all wired for TV and communication. Then you have a bigger closet that you can go all the way in, walk-in closet that you can see. Now the bathroom is, you don't see this very often. I don't think I've ever seen this. Again, that same quartz countertop, granite countertop. And then you got these shelves over there. That's very fun, unique. It makes it stand out. And then this bedroom is about the same size as the other one. And of course they do the baseboard and the wood wrap trim all the way around the windows. All right, now I want to show you this wing of the house. So you're going to come into this kind of angled room, and the first thing you have is a pantry right here. Lots of shelves, lots of space for all your goodies. Now you could put like a desk here and be looking out your backyard, coming over to your porch that opens. So nice little porch. This is a closer in neighborhood. So you're going to be closer to the neighbors. You see a few things, but you also have your gas line for your grilling out. Good space for just sitting out here relaxing. All right. So that way, we have the laundry room and a 2-car garage. I believe it's a 2-car. Good grief. Yeah, extra wide 2-car garage. You could fit quite a bit of, you can fit a long vehicle in there. And then behind this door, we have like a little coat closet. And now we're gonna go into the master bedroom. I would imagine you put the bed here, and then you got a little closet, his closet in there. Then you got a space for the TV wired over there. Now I want to show you this unique bathroom. So first thing is you got all these built-ins into this closet, lots of space. You've got these faucets that we had to figure out how to use them, and they kind of rotate weirdly. Kind of fun. But then the shower. This shower, first off, it has 4 jets right here. And then if you come in a little bit further, you can sit back here and just soak it in and have it spray you from this side over here as well. So quite the shower, quite the space. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet, 525. This is very close to everything that you're going to be thinking you might want in Fayetteville, West Fayetteville, really close to the highway, 2 different ways. This is a good, interesting house, interesting area. The neighborhood is unique. All the houses and the neighbor houses are very unique. So let's go to the next place on the map. So 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet, $525,000 for this really cool looking house in a unique neighborhood where you saw all the other houses have a unique front, great looking, great curb appeal. This neighborhood always does well when you want to resell the house. You're going to appreciate, and it's going to sell quickly because of the uniqueness of each house, and it just looks really, really cool. So just north of there, so that was 2 minutes off of Weddington Drive. And then we're going a little bit further north. We're going a little bit further north into Hughmount Village. So you can see the 2 new construction areas right here. These are, and we've got some drone footage for you to show you this area as I'm talking about this. So you've got DR Horton. They're building, let's see, they're building 3 bedroom, 2,200 square foot homes for $480 to 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,500 square foot homes for $540. These are really nice homes, well equipped, beautiful, quiet, peaceful area. I used to live off of this road. Actually, where these houses are being built currently, I used to take my Jeep and go tear up that. No joke. More than a decade ago, I used to just romp around in my Jeep right there and get it all muddy and then take it back home. So, really cool neighborhood. You've got a pool and a playground, a part of the neighborhood, and you are, no joke, like 6 minutes to the interstate off of Mount Comfort or Porter Road. And then if you wanted to get to Walmart or Harps, you're going to come down here, go down Ruppel, and boom, you're at Walmart or Harps. Or you can come over here to Sam's Club, which is going to be, let's see, come up this way. Boom, you're at Sam's Club in like 10 minutes or less. You're on the highway a different way. You're heading north off of 112. Whatever it is, you got a great access to everything. And there's one more neighborhood that I wanted to highlight, and it's, let me find it right quick. Right here. Now we've got some drone footage of this neighborhood as well. This is Buffington Homes. They are about to start building. You can see in the drone footage that they're putting in utilities, infrastructure. They got the roads in. This is super close to where I used to live. They've got
a couple, I think about 30 acres here. They're going to be building a bunch of houses. Buffington Homes, we've done videos on them before. They're one of my favorite builders, and they do a fantastic job of showcasing their homes. This was their neighborhood right here, and they are expanding into where you see the dirt. So that is going to be coming up very, very soon. Unique opportunity in Fayetteville. Opportunities like that do not come up very often for a very well finished home. Probably starting in the 500s, honestly, going up to the 700s in that area. And they're going to be super close to the university, highway, access, everything you're going to need in Fayetteville. So if you've liked this video, hit the like, subscribe, do all the YouTube buttons. Stay tuned for the next map video that's going to be finishing up south of Fayetteville and finishing up Fayetteville as a whole, because Fayetteville is pretty large. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.